Hi guys, so this is part 3 or episode 3 of these little tutorials on using mitts with punch out. So what we're looking at today is how to slip. Now a slip, the way we teach it, we have our base and our lead. We generally teach it in the base. The thought being that as you've closed up, that's the point that you're generally slipping. However, if we step into our lead and slip, same thing. Now all the slip is, the hands come up and we're slipping to avoid a punch. And we're generally learning to avoid the punch by slipping outside of it. Okay, and we'll demonstrate that shortly. With the slips, it's very important that you keep your hands up initially when you're learning it and you move the head, but you're always looking at the person. You never take your eyes off, you never look at the floor. Also, this tends to happen a lot. I don't know why that happens, because you're leaving your head there as a target. So you're moving the head out of the way, moving the head out of the way. The idea is, as you move, you can either throw a shot or you're loading to throw a shot as you come back. Okay, so effectively you've got 2 counter shots every time you do slip. So anyway, we're going to work through jab and slip, cross and slip, and then jab, cross, slip, slip. With the jab, cross, we're going to then throw the counter punch, or one of the counter punch variables there. The main thing with slips is it gives you tons and tons of variety to work into your pads. Okay, so we're with Ella again, so we're going to be looking at the slips and initially just slipping left and right. Now for the purposes of this, when we do the slips initially, we're going to do them in our base. So Ella's in her base. As I throw my jab, she's going to slip to her right. As I throw my cross, she's going to slip to her left. That's slipping outside of the punches. Now I'm always aiming at where her head is and she's slipping away from that. Then, if we go on to using the slip, she's going to be stepping into her lead and staying in her lead when she slips, because she's slipping because she's in my range. So she's going to step in jab and then slip to her right. And again. And again. And that's just a simple slip to the right. Now she's going to step into her cross and she's going to slip away from my cross. Cross, slip. Cross, slip. Okay? And again, she's slipping outside. When we go jab, cross, she steps in jab, crosses. 1, 2, then slip, slip. And again, jab, cross, slip, slip. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's those basics. Now, when she slipped to that side to avoid my cross, as she comes back, she's either got a body shot or a hook as she comes back through. So we're going to work jab, cross, slip, slip, and then her lead body punch. Ideally, what she'll do, she'll slip, she'll step up as or when she throws that body punch. So she's in more of a base. The reason being, she's here, she can generate some force here. If she steps up and squares up a little bit in her stance, she can generate more force with that uppercut or that body shot. So off we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, and uppercut. And again. 1, 2, 1, 2, and again. 2. And one more. And time. Okay. So the main thing is the slips become quite subtle initially when you're learning them, but they'll be quite gross, they'll be big movements. And again, you narrow them down into smaller movements, so you're just avoiding those shots. Okay, there's a little bit on the slips.